storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
What is up, Storm Chasers? Today we have, I guess this is considered somewhat of an exclusive. Now, I kind of went back and forth on if I actually wanted to post this video or not, because when information is sent in to me, sometimes it's hard to decipher what's real, what's fake, what's in reality, what's in delusion. But I'm going to give you guys, I'm just going to give you guys the story, and then you can go in the comments and you guys can decipher if you believe this information from my source or not. So, the source contacted me directly to let me know that there is a lawsuit coming for Erica Campbell from the R&B group, gospel R&B group. Anyway, y'all know who Mary is. Damn it. Erica is the one that's more palatable to the public, and Tina is the one that y'all ain't never forgave for being no Trump supporter. Anyway, moving right along from that, my source claims to have been threatened by Erica Campbell's family as well as several members of her congregation after seeking out Erica Campbell here for help. Now, Erica Campbell and her husband Warren actually have a church in LA. The name of it escapes me at the moment, but that ain't the point. So, during one of the during one of Erica's church sermons, Erica was really preaching, and she was really, my source was really feeling it. Sometimes you go to church and you feel like that person is talking directly to you. So after the service, my source goes up to Erica and say, look, I'm going through some things. I've hit a rough patch in life. I'm having self-deletion thoughts. Please pray for me. I just really need you to lay hands on me and pray for me. And so my source and Erica, they prayed, and Erica let my source know that when you are having these self-deletion thoughts, when you are feeling a certain kind of way, call me. Matter of fact, hit me up. Come by my house. My door is open for you. Now, my source took that literally, right? And what happened is about 2 weeks after, about 2 weeks before the pandemic, let me back up. 2 weeks before the pandemic is when Erica first prayed for my source. But little later on, my source ended up having these self-deletion thoughts and took it upon herself to go to Erica's house for further counseling. As a matter of fact, this was November 9th, 2021. Erica and my source held hands, and they prayed and they prayed and they prayed, and they got that spirit up off my source. My source felt better, cried, got it out, and ended up catching an Uber off of Crenshaw, and I forgot the other cross street, and then left. All right, so that was November 2021. Then we go into January, just a couple months later, and Erica Campbell gets on her Instagram Live and says that several items were stolen out of her car. She couldn't believe that someone would do this to her. Her purse was gone. Her car was fucked up. Like she was telling her people what she was going through, and she was visibly upset and of course visibly concerned, as anybody would be. Y'all know I didn't have my own car struggles. I heard another YouTuber had a car struggle as well. I don't know what's going on with folks breaking into cars, but that's another story for another day. Now, what my source is claiming is that after Erica went live to let the public know that her car had been broken into and her purse had been stolen, my source is alleging that several members of Erica Campbell's church, as well as her sister Shantae Atkins, has actually been attacking her ever since. This is all alleged. Now let me pull Shantae up here, right? All right, so this mystery person, I'm gonna keep your identity secret, move you over there to the side. So this is Shantae Atkins right here, and this is all alleged, all alleged. Now, Shantae Atkins, according to my source, they're claiming that she's been harassing them, the source. Not only in the DMs, but through fake IG pages, fake Facebook pages, and has tried to make her life a living hell. Once again, let me back up. Because y'all know with any story, I always want to give y'all side A and side B, and I let you decide for yourself what the truth is. Now, when I was corresponding with the source or conversing with the source, whatever word you want to use, I said, look, who exactly in the Erica Campbell camp or the church congregation, whatever, is bothering you? And one of the names that this source listed was Andre Atkins. Now, when I went to Erica Campbell's Facebook page as of November 2019, she said that her brother Andre was deceased. And so I said to the source, Andre Atkins, as of 2019, has allegedly been deceased. Allegedly, unless there is another Andre Atkins, multiple men named Andre in the family. Like, I don't know, but I'm always trying to give you guys both sides, playing in the middle of the road. I ain't got no damn dog in this fight. I want to present both sides, and y'all decide from there. And so my source never responded to my Andre comment. However, she went on to say that Shantae Atkins was giving her issues, as well as the choir director for Erica Campbell, George Potts Young. All alleged once again. George here at the bottom is like he's a producer, a performer, a writer. Like, he has a lot of accolades behind him. And even when I kept looking at his face, I'm like, damn, his face looks familiar. I just couldn't quite place it, right? He almost kind of looked like the hairstylist EJ that used to work with Meg Thee Stallion. Low key, if you know who that is. So anyway, I said to my source, look, I'm going to need you to provide me some proof. You know, show me some receipts if these people's bothering you, that they're harassing you, that they're slandering your name. Because my source plans to sue not only Erica Campbell, but Shantae Atkins and the choir director as well. So the source starts sending me receipts. And I'm going to choose not to post the receipts, but I have seen them. But I'm going to choose not to post them only because some of them have sensitive information in it, and I ain't got time for my videos to be getting flagged on YouTube, number one. Number two, a lot of the threats appear to have come from like fake IG pages, right? Or fake troll pages, but they were fake troll pages made out of the profiles of these people's names here to the left, if that makes sense. So if you don't understand on social media, you can have a person's page and then you can, a person can copy that name and make another page, right? And sometimes it's that person that's just doing it from another page. Or my source also said that there were several IG pages made out of her that was saying like, oh, such and such is a liar. I am a liar. I lie on the Atkins family. I lie on Erica Campbell, etc., etc. So it was a lot of weird shit to decipher. But some of the receipts had sensitive info, so I'm not going to post it here. I just want to present to y'all this exclusive because there may or may not be a lawsuit coming for Erica Campbell, Shantae Atkins, the choir director, the congregation. I don't know who all she going to include in this lawsuit. But, and yes, it's a she. But it may be coming. Now, to wrap this up, I did see several death threats aimed at my source, and just a lot of receipts that looked suspicious. And so this time I'm gonna conclude this video. Whether or not my source has a case that this slander came from Erica Campbell, came from Shantae, came from, I said Greg, George is his name, my bad. Came from George, came from the church. I'm going to let the court of law decide that. But this is what I will say. I will say that when it comes to these celebrity preachers, pastors, I don't trust none of them. I don't care if it's, Erica Campbell. I don't care if it's T.D. Jakes. I don't care if it's who's another one, the one that looked like Plies, Kirk Franklin. I don't care who it is. I don't trust none of them. Once you start mixing Hollywood and the church, you've already lost me, in my opinion. Now, ain't no wrong with glorifying the Lord, ain't no wrong for singing for the Lord, do your thing, but a lot of these people are not who they portray themselves to be, and I'm just gonna leave it there. That was the best that I could make out of this exclusive. This is the best that I could make out of this story without exposing too much info. Let me know down below if you believe that this is even possible, if you believe that the congregation is even capable of this. I want to hear what you got to say down below. Right as my shit hits the concierge. Hello? You can let him up. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right. Right on time, actually, right? So let me let you guys know. You can follow me on all social media. Just put in Storm Monroe and I'll pop up. I'm on Twitter under Black Tatted Nerd, and then you can find me there. But make sure you join my text list 678-679-6077. That's gonna allow you to be able to get announcements, notifications for live shows, videos, etc. And you can contact me directly that way. All right, so love you guys. Had to bring to this exclusive and make as much sense out of it as I could. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you all later.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.